What's up out there in YouTube land? This is Ratmaster Yoda from Dark Lords coming at you guys today. I've hooked up with my YouTube partner, Black. He's also another Dark Lord and an up-and-coming YouTuber. He's got a great channel, check it out. But he hooked us up with this footage. It's a good team. We're running around the Boba Fett lead mechanic here, dead or alive. We're hitting for massive criticals, and we are demolishing the arena metagame right now with this team. So we're going to dive into some footage, we're going to look at some gameplay, and then a little later in the video we'll take a look at how we've got the mods set up and what the statistics of these different characters are. So sit back, relax, hope you guys enjoy this one because it was a lot of fun to make. So we'll jump right into the first fight here. You can see we're going up with a stock kind of Rex lead team with Chase, GK, and Darth Nihilus. Now, obviously we've got our Thrawn fast here. He's going first in the match. He's fracturing the Baze, and that leads us to get to this great start where Boba inflicts ability block. You can see we got great RNG. We got the 5-time ability block, and definitely got off to the start we want. So now this is where we get to start having fun. We start beating up on the enemies. We can use the gang attack there off of GK, and then, whoa, wait a minute. What happened? Oh my dear sweet lord, did you guys see that? 60,000 damage off the strength of a purpose attack. That is just insane. So we've got our Chirrut critting out for 60k in this team. This is wonderful. We're always going to have plenty of buffs because we're going to be dispelling debuffs and adding retribution with the negotiator mechanic over here on GK, which really pairs well with this team because we always have the buffs to power up Chirrut, and we've always got the buffs to use the gang attack here with lead the charge. So this is definitely exciting, and I hope you guys enjoyed the replay on that attack. That is one of the most nasty attacks I've ever seen. So we just one-shotted a GK with like half protection left and full health with our Chirrut, and that is just insane. It's every bit the reason to play this team. We're establishing a high critical team around the Boba leadership mechanic, and then we use the control elements between Thrawn's fracture and Baze's group attack where he removes the enemy buffs. And this is just a really sweet team. It's a lot of fun. He's been very dominant in his arena with it. I don't think he ever falls below like 7th. And Black, if you guys don't know, if you haven't checked out his channel yet, he is a mod farming master. The guy has just insane mods. We'll jump into him here in a couple minutes. So jumping over to this next fight, I want to pause here for a second and talk about this tight technical play here. So we're starting off the match with Fracture, and a lot of folks would either go for fracturing the opposing Thrawn or the Nihilus, but we've got the ability block, and Black chose to fracture the Death Trooper. I love this play. A lot of our mechanics, including Chirrut's strength of purpose and GK's lead the charge, revolve around us having buffs on our characters, so we want to make sure that we don't allow Death Trooper to use his grenade and clear our buffs. So that was great tight technical play from him, and then after the lead that he establishes with the beginning of the fight by making that play and then going straight into Boba's ability block, he's able to just very quickly dismantle this team. And even though some of these characters have some higher health, you can see he's already into a 5-on-3 situation. All of his guys still have plenty of protection left. We're taking apart the team one at a time, slowly but surely. Another easy fight, all because he sequenced things correctly in the beginning of the fight. So this was a good textbook execution on how to get rid of this Empire Sith hybrid team. So jumping right into the next fight, you can see we're against a Jedi team here. It's actually a really easy fight. I'm pretty sure he could have autoed this one. So we're going to take this time to go ahead and start pulling up the mod sets and look at the statistics on his team here. So let's start out with Boba Fett. You can see that we're running a critical damage set along with a critical chance set. Pretty key to our strategy here, and we're running about 235 speed. Next, we'll look at Grand Admiral Thrawn. Here, we're all about the speed and a little bit of tenacity. We're running 265 speed. Next is Chirrut. You can see again we're back to the critical damage plus critical chance set, and we're running about 240 speed. So you'll see that he keeps using these critical damage sets. That's how we're getting these high impact hits. Again on Baze, the same thing. We've got critical damage plus critical chance. Very slow, 117. Not really worried about putting a lot of speed on that guy. And then our GK, you can see, I love this. He's got his GK set at 229, so he's lower in the turn order, but that's still very fast for a GK, and that allows you to just dominate some fights by putting up retribution. What does this all mean? It means we tie together around this dead or alive mechanic, and we just absolutely crush our opponents with brutal critical hits. So the most important question we got to ask is, what does this do against the #1 team in the metagame right now? In my opinion, that would be the Threxus team, what you're looking at on screen here: Rex, Grand Admiral Thrawn, R2, GK, and Darth Nihilus. And I got to tell you, the insane crits that we hit, there's a certain break point where the critical damage outweighs the turn meter boost that we're giving the opposing team. And the way that Black has chosen to set up the squad here, he definitely overcompensates for the turn meter boost with insane critical damage. I don't think this team stands a chance, and I think as we see how this fight progresses, you guys will agree with me. This is a very well modded team. I went and took a look at his opponent. This is not some joker that is down in the 50s. This is a guy that's top 10 in a very mature arena shard with a great, well set up Threxus team, and Black is just absolutely dismantling this guy. All in all, I think this is a great team. I definitely think it's a great way to counteract the Threxus meta. If you're looking for that, if you want an edge on your arena opponents, if you want to get a leg up, and you have these characters, which a lot of folks do because they're already using some combination of GK and Thrawn. A lot of us have Baze and Chirrut, and then a lot of people have bumped up Boba because he's good for the events or for the raids or whatever. So this is definitely a great composition. Now, I will tell you that it's easy to pilot, it's easy to figure, there's nothing crazy. It's a completely intuitive team, but you do have to have the mods. So take a look at the mod sets that he's got. If you want to go track them down on SWGOH.gg and look them up, great. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a ton of fun. Again, big shout out and thank you to my man Black. Like, subscribe, and share.